Well, to overstate the obvious, yoga helps with flexibility, and so having flexibility in mind and body is both important. I sit at a desk during the week and get stiff, so these yoga stretches are something that are absolutely necessary in my daily wellness program. And that, having a rigid mind can also be uncomfortable. Having an open mind allows us the freedom to reassess and adapt as we learn new information. And that can be in a pose as we're doing each pose, because every day our bodies are different and we get new information from our bodies each time we do a pose. So we have to be open and assess it impartially and objectively. So without any predetermined expectations or worries, we'll just do our stretching, whatever happens, good. And if you're not stretching as much as I am or someone else is, that's because you weren't meant to. Your body's telling you what's appropriate. Just do what's appropriate. So safe stretching will involve engaging the muscle that you're stretching to the point where you're stretching through the whole length and belly of the muscle, and not just at the attachments where the ligaments and joints come together. So let us come into a spirit of flexibility, trying to sit up as straight as you can. Maybe it's difficult here, but we do our best to keep the heart lifted, the shoulders back, and the head, neck, and trunk all balanced directly over the sitting bones. So not falling back or collapsing in, but keeping the inner body bright, the shoulders wide. Now, yes, so this inhalation increases flexibility, adaptability, and exhale, let go of any tension or rigidity. Inhale, a sense of resilience and suppleness. And exhale, any constraints or resistance. Having the freedom to adjust and adapt with an open mind, so each pose can serve you to its best and fullest potential. I like the image of Ganesh when doing these deep stretches, because that elephant power that he represents has the same symbology of an irresistible force overcoming, any obstacle. Just that persistence, that gentle and ever-present force of intention that I'm going to just stretch to my best ability here. And slow and steady goes far in a day, as my author Ralph Moody would point out. So these stretches are not things to be rushed into, the deep stretches. We start very gradually and eventually build up to your capacity. So, I guess we can begin our stretches on the back, because the safest way to stretch is when you're non-weight bearing. So come onto your back, please, and hug the knees into the chest for happy baby pose. Just hug the knees into the chest first, circle the knees there or rock them side to side. First, stretch out the lower back. And then as you're more flexible in the hips and knees, then you can try that happy baby pose. That's the way, yep. And any variation with wide legs or rocking back and forth. So you just giving the hips time to loosen up. Breathing deeply into the hips. And now we're going to release the left leg down to the mat. Lift the right leg up to the sky. And there's opportunity to put the strap around that right foot if you're using a strap. And keep the head and shoulders flat. The back of the leg. Each exhalation extending more through the leg to straighten the knee. And bring a little closer to the head. Excellent job. Good. And release that right leg. Float it down to the earth and lift the left leg up. Hold either behind the thigh or a calf, maybe a strap around the foot. Over a series of breaths, maybe reaching to the big toe or the outside edge with that left hand, pressing the back of the right thigh downward towards the earth. Very good, that's it. And releasing that left leg down. Go ahead and bend the left knee so the left foot's flat. Cross the right ankle over the left knee in a reclining cradle, leg cradle. So right knee sticks out to the side. You can draw the left knee into the chest, clasping hands behind that left thigh or over the left shin. If you're The advantage of being outside in the sunshine, this warmth is going to help loosen up the muscles more for stretching. And when you're finished that side, let that side rest, right foot on the mat, and cross the left ankle over the right knee, the left knee out to the side now. And threading the arm or clasping around the knee, you're going to rest head and shoulders down. Gently draw the knee closer as you exhale. That's good. Right, nice. Long, slow breaths. So your body has no worries, no tension that this is going to hurt. This is something the body needs and wants. A nice, non-demanding stretch. And when you're ready, release that foot down. And bend both knees, both feet wide apart, and twist the knees to the right side, like windshield wipers. Cross them over to the right. And then up and over to the left. That's it. A nice side stretch. And then go ahead and roll over to that side so you can come all the way up to standing Tadasana. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a little gardening here, things that I'm finding underneath there. That's some of the big lumps out. All right, Tadasana pose. Our feet are parallel. And we'll take a symmetrical stretch of the arms reaching up and the legs and feet pressing down. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. And exhale, draw the shoulder blades down, the navel in, feel rooted through the legs and feet. Inhale, stretch to the sky, tickle the clouds, and no clouds, tickle the sky. And exhale, shoulders in, navel in. Pulsing the energy between earth and sky, connecting the two through the heart. Now, fold forward, bend the knees, slide down, maybe to the earth with the hands. Then inhale up halfway, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, fold over straight legs, squeeze those kneecaps. Inhale, lift all the way up and reach overhead. Touch the palms. And exhale, rest the arms down. Feel the breeze, hear the cicadas. And then start again. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, swan dive forward, gently folding. Inhale up halfway. Lengthen the spine, the back of the neck. And exhale, fold, squeeze the kneecaps. And now lift on the inhale, reach it up tall. Good, that's great. You're looking fine. Rest and breathe. Absorb, sense, feel the outdoors. And being a part of that, sweep it up. Inhale, gather it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to knees. And exhale, fold to your deep forward bend. Squeeze those kneecaps. Inhale, lift it up tall. Reach to the sky. And exhale, rest the arms. And widen the feet for a squat. Now I'm going to come off the mat here. I like a little bit wider squat. The toes can turn out some as you come down. And we're just going to walk, glide a little from side to side. Then squat down a little deeper in the hips, bringing the hips below the knees if you can. The elbows inside the knees. Good, that's great. Inhale, broadening the chest, collarbone, the shoulders. Exhaling, squeezing to the midline, the knees against the arms, the palms into one another. Fabulous. And release the hands down. Straighten the legs. And keeping the left hand under your face, sweep the right arm out to the side, bend the left knee, turn and look up to that side. And then exhale, right hand down, sweep the left arm up. And the left hand down, and go back to the first side. And to the next. And release that left hand down. Now widen the feet even more. And lunge to the right side, bend the right knee, squat down towards that right heel. Okay, and these will pop. Now to the second side, walk the hands across, bend the left knee, squat onto the left heel. And doesn't seem like the internet Zoom meeting is going to go through. And back to the center. Congratulate yourselves for being in person. And the only way to be part of this class, fold down straight into the middle. So legs are straight. Now walk the hands over to the right leg and fold flat towards the right leg with the chest towards that right thigh. And blow some deep, slow breaths. And now walk the hands over to the left leg, holding on to that left leg or straddling it somehow. Fold chest towards that left thigh. Squeezing that kneecap, lift it up. And now back into the center with the hands. Walk the feet back to downward facing dog. Alright. And step right foot through. Come to high lunge, so balance on the ball of that back foot. Climb the hands up to the right thigh. Get steady, hug into the core. You can always put the back heel down if you need a little bit more grounding in that back foot. And then we'll come up to this high lunge, so it's a nice deep stretch in the back of that left calf and Achilles. The more you bend that right knee and press back through the left heel, the more you feel that stretch in the calf and Achilles. Fabulous, good. And now hands down and right foot step back to downward dog. And step the left foot through, come to your lunge. Either the right heel up or down if you prefer, and then climbing up slowly to high lunge. Great, good. Lift up through that back thigh, press back, and you deepen the bend in that left knee, so you're starting to get a nice stretch in that left calf. Very good, those are great. Rest the hands, step the right foot forward, inhale to a flat back, and exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, lift up, arms raised. Exhale, rest the arms. I don't know if there's any hope for this, but I'll check.
I found last week that it was really hard to get signal outside.
Well, yeah, the signal's the problem right now.
And I think they may have moved something. Trying to optimize the working room.
Okay. Practice a pyramid pose. Step the right foot back halfway. Square the hips, face them forward. And bend the left knee, come halfway over that left hip. Deepen your stance if you can get better balance. And then try straightening the left knee, folding forward more, slide the hands down, and press through the ball of that left foot. Send that left hip crease back. Very good, those are perfect. And stepping right foot forward, release. And fold on the exhale, head to toes. Now, lift up fully. Inhale, reach it tall. And rest the arms. Left foot, step back halfway. Square the hips. And then fold forward halfway, supporting on that right thigh, so that you can balance, align the hips, align the shoulders, rolling them up and back. Now squeeze the kneecap more, draw the navel in and fold, exhaling deeper down on that right leg. Inhaling, you can always soften the right knee some, sense more in your body what feels right. And if it feels like you want to stretch more, straighten the knee as you exhale. Good, very good. And release, step that left foot forward and fold once more. Now to deepen a forward bend, we can usually bind the big toes, that is if you're not wearing shoes, or you bind the big toes or and pull up. So if you can't reach really to the ground with flat hands, you don't want to try the bind on the feet, but if you can put palms flat on the mat, then you can do this bind where you hold the big toe and pull up. Or slide the palms of your hands underneath the feet and pull the shoulders up so the head goes down. So those are two options. The third option is wrapping the forearms around the back of the calves, holding on to the back of the ankles and pulling against the ankles to take your head deeper down. Now soften the knees. Inhale, slowly come up. It's a long time being down there. And then rest, relax, and breathe. Deep forward bend. Right? All right. Let's step the right foot back for Warrior Two. Turn the right toes out, bend the left knee. Arms out, good. Lift up, draw that right shoulder, right hip back. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, don't let it turn into the middle. Keep it tracking out to the front. Those are good, good form there. All right, now reverse your warrior, left palm up. Very nice. Now side angle pose, left elbow on the knee, right arm sweeping up, reaching forward. Now bring hands down to the earth so both hands are inside the left foot. Walk the fingertips diagonally out and away, scooping the chest down and through. Now walk the left hand to the inside of the left foot. On fingertips or flat, start to roll the right shoulder up, lift the right elbow up, extend the right hand up. So you're in side angle pose. Now with the hand on the mat. Now try and tuck that left hip under. You may have to move your right foot back a little deeper. Yes, that's it. Good, Susan. And use that opposing pressure of the outside of that left arm against the inside of the left knee to lever the chest open, gaze up, and release. Right hand down. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. And fold over straight legs. Inhale, sweep up. Big breath lifting you tall. Taking in all this delicious outdoor air. Resting the arms. And now stepping the left foot back for warrior two. Bend the right knee. And roll the shoulders up, back, the navel, draw in. Come into the general form of the pose. Sense how you're feeling in the body and where you want to stretch more. And then lift the right palm up, reverse this warrior. Keep extending through the back leg while reaching taller with the fingertips. Now windmill the right elbow down to the knee, the left arm windmill up and forward over the ear. Integrate the arm bone into the shoulder and the shoulder blade draw down onto the back. So there's a complete integrated connection while you're still stretching. Now bring both hands down to the earth inside the right foot. Walk them out diagonally away from you. So getting lower to the earth, you may have to walk that left foot back a little farther. Go ahead, get the hips nice and low. Great, that's right. Now bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Press down with fingertips and lift the left shoulder, lift the left elbow, lift the left palm, unfurling like a sail, catch the breeze. Good, now tuck that right hip under, roll the left hip up, and stack the shoulders. Awesome, good everyone. Release, the left hand comes down, and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Okay. Inhale, rising tall. We'll lift up for a breath. And exhale, rest the arms. All right. Doing very nice yoga. We'll be coming down to the ground. In our but not yet. one more standing pose. We'll do standing balance, the hand to foot. So first balancing on the left leg, lift the right knee. This is also sometimes where a strap is very helpful. If anyone would like one, I have. Good.
Oh, is this better?
Sure. Yeah, if that's stretchy, yeah, it's better if it's not stretchy. Okay, so we're on the left foot, somewhere pretty level, and lifting the right knee. Now, the strap around the right foot, or holding that right foot, and extending that right leg forward against the strap. That's fine. Good, great. You can then open the right leg sideways, counterbalance with the left arm out to the side. Good, good, those are great. Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah. And rest that right foot back down. Score. All right, now the other foot. Get back to that level spot, such as it is. And then put the strap around the left foot where you're holding. And extend that left foot into the strap. Roll the shoulders up and back. And open the left leg. Most times I counterbalance with the right arm to the opposite side. Lengthen the tailbone, lift the heart. Okay, and that's enough for that side. Wow, now we've earned our seat. Please come down to table pose here. I have to wash my mat. All right. And just some nice easy movement now, pushing back to child's pose on the exhale. And lifting forward, inhaling. And back to child pose on the exhale. And then lifting the hands up to a high kneeling position. We'll just come into a back bend, camel pose. So you're supporting maybe with the hands behind the hips. Now firm in the thighs, squeeze in the buttocks. And start to push the hips forward with the hands, tilt the head back. Keep the back of the neck long, so it's not just hinging there and snapping back, but there's length and extension in the back of the neck as much as the front. And on an inhale, squeeze and lift up. And now rest the hands forward, step the right foot up to the front into lizard lunge. So the arms will be inside that right leg. And if possible, moving the left knee back a little more. Then tighten up through the inner thighs. Squeeze muscles to the bone. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, deepen the stretch to your comfortable capacity. In other words, you can still smile. The bigger your breath, the bigger your smile gets. Now, walk the right foot over to the left edge of the mat. This is a little complicated, but you're coming into pigeon. So the right knee then comes down, and the hands start to walk forward. Yeah, a sticky mat makes that hard. Walk the left knee back, lift up through the pelvic floor, and then begin to fold forward. Maybe you're coming to the elbows or the forehead. Just make sure there's pleasure in each breath. And begin to lift back up. And extend the right foot behind into runner's stretch. And step the left foot through to a lizard lunge. The right knee down. And then maybe backing the right knee up a little bit. So going back a little deeper with that right knee. And remembering muscular energy in the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, even the lower abdomen are going to protect those ligaments and joints. Exhale, bend the elbows. Feel in your body the stretch. Nourish your body with the stretch. Don't force feed it, okay? Just what it needs, give it what it needs. Now we'll walk that left foot over to the right half of the mat, somehow, here. And start to come forward a little deeper into pigeon. But remembering muscular energy is protecting the ligaments and the knees and hips. Engage the muscular energy, tone and lift the pelvic floor, squeeze into the midline. And then if you maintain that integrity, you can come deeper in the stretch without worrying that you're going to injure yourself, because there is that protection of hugging muscle to the bone. Squeezing into the midline. Breathing with that stretch. Sensing every part of your body. Honoring each part, only as strong as the weakest link. So you find that limit, just breathe there with loving kindness. And start to lift out of the pose. Step the left foot behind. Lower the knees. And step right foot through to the front. And then lift the right toes up. Press down, pull back with the right heel, coming into full split, a Hanumanasana. And it doesn't matter if your hips come all the way to the ground. Just walk the left knee back to your capacity. Okay, keep a little micro bend in that right knee by pressing the right heel down, squeezing the kneecap, and using your hands to support any weight. Maybe you'll rock some from side to side. There, good. Nice little knee cushions, those are nice. Particularly if you're in the hardwood floors. Okay, just drag the right heel back and switch sides. The left heel forward, and we'll lift the left toes up. Press down with the back of that left heel. So engage the back of the calf, the back of the inner thigh. Then start to walk the right knee back. And just sense in your body where you want to go, the stretch. No expectations, right? And over a series of breaths, you may surprise yourself that your body's much more limber than you give it credit for. Because you're not forcing it, straining it. Awesome job, very good. And maybe one side is more naturally open than the other too, so you have to take that into account. When you're finished, you drag the left heel back And usually the mat comes with it, that's fine. And we'll swing the legs through. Come into seated pose for a nice head to knee Janu Shirshasana. So bending the right knee to the side, I move the flesh of the buttocks back from the sitting bones so I can be on the front edge of the sitting bones, and draw the lower back forward, lift the chest, and roll the shoulders back. Shoulder blades in. Now keeping that long line of energy rising up through the crown of the head, then I can take the arms up, use that lift through the rib cage to keep that extension in the back, and then coming forward out and over the left leg. Just let the hands rest somewhere under the shoulders. Inhale, lift and lengthen the back of the neck. And on the exhale, squeeze in the navel. Now using the hands for guidance, maybe crossing the right hand to the outside of the left shin. You're going to just come forward, gently stretching with your breath towards that left leg. Use the strap around the left foot if you choose, or binding with the hands. Take a pulse with the breath. This is what we call spanda in Sanskrit, this natural pulsation of widening, lengthening on the inhale, and deepening that forward fold on the exhale. Take one more slow, deep breath. And use your inhale to lift tall. That was deep. Right leg can extend. We'll give it some love. Bend the left knee to the side. And then move the buttocks back so the sitting bones can really dig into the earth, especially if you're facing downhill. That'll help. Draw the lower back in. Roll the shoulders up and back. Extend and lift the rib cage up away from the hips. Hip, hip, hooray! Fold it forward. And breath by breath, patiently, with the plodding persistence of Ganesh, the elephant head god, will gradually dissolve away the obstacles, become more flexible, more open-minded, more adaptable, and in the process be more empathetic to other people so that we can collaborate better and understand one another more. Rising up again as you inhale. Please extend the legs out straight to a wide leg position. Spreading the toes and drawing the lower back in once more. You can use hands to support, or keeping the lower back from rounding, you can come forward, straight forward over the hips. Now really activate the feet, spread the toes. Nice, Fran. Good toe spreading. I'm like amazed. There should be an Olympic event for that.
Finally, something. That's what she's been practicing for 16 months.
Ah, right. It worked. After coming straight forward, I'd like you to walk the hands over to the right leg. Draw the right rib cage back some so the navel's turning towards the right thigh. and then folding flat towards the right leg. And maybe you have to cross that left hand to the outside of the right shin to help pull yourself into alignment over the right leg. So we're facing the right foot. Now we'll switch to the left side, walk hands over to the left leg, straddling that left leg with the hands, fold over that left hip. Now the left rib cage draws up and back, the navel lifts up and in, and just getting a little more flexible in the hamstrings and back. Lift the head and come back up to a straight spine, and then we'll come legs to the center. That's hard. All right, legs to the center, crane pose. And for this, again, you can use the strap to lift the one foot at a time. So starting with the right foot, the strap there on the right foot, or maybe you bind the foot with your hand here. All right. I'm gonna do a twist with this. So first we'll get the head, neck, and trunk in one straight line. So keeping the heart lifted, the shoulders back. You can always bend the right knee as needed to get to a straight spine. And as you exhale, push against the strap a little more, trying to straighten that right knee, or lifting the shin higher towards the head. Where are we? With the hands on the foot. Okay. And now please open the right knee and pull the knee back behind the armpit, like you're pulling back on the string of a bow. There's actually a pose called archer like this. Then cross the right shin in front of the chest, lift it up without letting the ankle twist to the side. Keep the ankle straight, and then just rock it in closer and closer until that right heel comes up and the right ankle sits on the crease of the left hip. And maybe you need to keep hands holding it there so it doesn't slide down and twist to the center, but you can do that. Or you can lean over and fold the opposite leg under, come into half lotus, or the full lotus if that's in your repertoire. Okay. Awesome. Good job. Oh, very good. Yeah, and you're holding up the outer shin a little. Okay. Or yeah, that's right. That's right. Good. So we have our half lotus here, our full lotus. So Fran, sit up on your blanket then. Okay. Try it that way. We can switch legs if you're ready. Go on to the other side and crane pose of the left leg. So we're lifting that left foot up here. And then bend the left knee behind the armpit, drawing it back like a bowstring. And then cradle the left shin in front of the chest. You can use the forklift technique here, or some people have more of a cradling baby style. And after getting that piriformis stretched a little bit, we're coming into half lotus. So the left ankle up near the right hip crease, and then folding the right knee so that right heel comes underneath the left knee. I'm going to lift up the buttocks, even use a blanket to sit on, anything to help keep the lower back drawing in. and the inner thigh spiraling down. Okay, so to get into that full lotus pose, you would have that left knee on the ground and then lift the right foot up. But if the knee isn't easily on the ground, you could injure that joint, so you don't attempt it. Just take a moment of peace in the pose where you can really sense, feel, hear, smell. Use all your senses. And slowly come out of the stretch. And begin to come down onto your spine. We'll wind things up with reclining cobbler. Soles of the feet together, and recline then onto your back. You might need some sunglasses here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, relax tension in the shoulders, neck, and back. Inhaling, just absorbing the energy of the sun, letting it melt away any tension in the hips. You can use the hands on the inner thighs in a comforting, non-demanding way, just to make sure there's enough pressure to stretch gently. Or just allow gravity to do the stretching for you. And walk the feet out into Shavasana, so you can adjust any of your clothing, eye pillows, water, so that you're free to relax for a few minutes without any unnecessary cares or worries. Just allow yourself to become a part of nature. Being outdoors, such a gift. The warmth of the sun, relaxing muscles, releasing, softening, and just enjoying this trustful surrender into the earth. Mother Earth cradling you, nurturing you. And allowing this softening to melt away any worries in the face or eyes. And slacken the jaw and mouth. And release any tension in the neck or shoulders. And rest any effort in the arms, hands, and fingers. Just letting that melt away. Soften and release. Just letting the arms feel heavy, the back sink into the earth. And releasing any tension in the chest and heart. Unravel any knots of suffering, anguish. remorse. And soften the stomach. Unravel any knots in the stomach as they relax and soften, slipping apart. And relaxing any tension in the hips or thighs, melting away any effort or clenching in the buttocks, so the ground can fully support you and you rest into that, allowing the legs to soften, loosen up, and melt into the earth, and allowing the feet to relax and the toes to unclench. Even the soles of the feet to get more soft and expansive. So your whole leg is resting and relaxing into the earth as though it were just sinking into a soft cloud. Your whole body just becoming part of the earth as it melts and sinks deeper, relaxing more. Resting the mental effort, taking a little mental vacation so that you can just enjoy this peace, this solitude of nature, and be in your happy place, in this beautiful garden, an oasis of peace and serenity, safety, security. Knowing that you've done something really good for your body today, helping it become more limber and stretched, and also allowing some of the mental constraints to loosen up as well, so the mind is more open and ready to hear on new ideas and evaluate things impartially, objectively. Even cherished beliefs that have been held for decades now may be not serving you anymore and need to be re-examined. Now, have the time, have the space, the sacred time and space that you've created with your practice can form a temple. You are God's temple. Now begin to deepen your breath and stretch your body, moving the muscles to awaken, reanimate them, and then rolling over to the right side in a fetal position, giving your mind time to get conscious of the world around you again. So lift up to cross-legged position if you're ready. We'll conclude in our good company of yogis. Chant Om together. Inhaling. Ah. Bow to the flexible yogi in each of you. Namaste.